guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make, as you saw as the thumbnail, it's called the Sailor's Pinstripe Bracelet. And this bracelet is really cool. This is like my third attempt to film this video. My first attempt, I attached it wrong, so it kind of messed it up. So I undid it, and I took like a 3-hour break, did another one, and it was just that when I was going to edit it, it was all fine and everything. All the videos got messed up because I forgot to delete the first and second time. So my third time yeah. So this is kind of a little frustrating for me to do this video for you guys, but I'm still going to do it. And it's the fourth time I'm filming this, but that is okay. So everything you see here pretty much is what you're going to need. You'll need at least one rain balloon, 2 of these small base parts, just like if you bought them just for extra. These are my counterfeit ones, so they're not quite the same size as the rain balloon. Just an extra bar pin. I bought this one off of Rain Balloon because one of my pins broke on my counterfeit one. You'll need 2 hooks. I'm going to use a metal hook to loop, so you need at least 1 hook to loop. And I like to use a crochet hook to hold it on when we attach it. And we need 3 extensions for this bracelet, so that's why. And then down here we have, sorry, I'm just zooming in real fast. You're going to need 4 C-clips. So these little C-clips here, you're going to need 4 of them. So move those aside. These are the colors I will be using today. This will be for my edges, and I'll show you. This is a jelly turquoise, and this is a regular turquoise, not from Rain Balloon. I bought it off of eBay. So this is going to be like my whole blue bracelet. So this is, oops, sorry, let me zoom out a little bit. This is the bracelet that I did the colors for last time. It's best if you do, focus, there you go, kind of. These are the colors that you do, if you do a mixed color like this, it really works out great. I wouldn't suggest doing it checkered because you have to reattach and stuff and the colors could get messed up. So I would not recommend that. This is what the bracelet looks like though, and you can't really tell where there's an extension. When you first do it, you can, like, because this part is like that, and it's reversible. So for my sides, I'll be doing this really light blue that glows on the dark. Jelly blue will replace jelly blue. Turquoise will replace yellow. So let's get started. Oh, and this part, I totally forgot about this part. Do I have another blue? I do. I'm gonna use this color for this purple right here to replace that. I totally forgot about that part. So, I can't really tell you how many rubber bands you need. You at least need about almost 200, I'm thinking. I really don't know the number, and also, it just kind of changes every time because some people don't need the 3rd extension or they need longer for like an adult. So all the bracelets that I make have 3 extensions and they all fit me. So, but my friend is same age as me pretty much, and she pretty much can't, these bracelets are too big for her when I make them. So yeah, well, she is a year younger, but so let's get started on the tutorial, finally. So let's just finish zooming out a little. Sorry if sometimes you see my little camera thing. So let me put these rubber bands back in their spots so I can use them. So let's get our loom configuration set up. You'll need your first loom even. So just flip your loom upside down, arrow still pointing this way, so you pretty much just did the exact same thing as it upward, just it's down this time. Okay, so take your extra bar pin, face it the exact same way that it's going, make it even right next to it, doesn't have to be like right next to it. Take one of your little blue pieces And you're only going to put it on 2 of the pins, and then you're going to put it closer to this one. And I have to kind of push real hard because the counterfeit blue pieces don't like to go fit perfectly in with the rainbow balloon pieces. So I have to make sure they're nice and tight, to the point where I literally have to kind of sit on them. And then on the other side, take your next one, and you're going to do the exact same thing you just did, but it's going to be closer to this piece instead. So I like to make sure they're nice and tight. So yeah, let's get started on placing the bands. This is a pretty easy bracelet also, so yeah, so it's pretty simple and easy. So yeah, let's get started. We're going to be using 2 bands, unless I double bands all the time, unless I say single, and I will make sure I do say single. So we're going to use our edge color first, so we're starting with our edges first. Take 2 of them and go straight across, and we're starting with our arrows pointing away from us, and all the way on the right. So, oh, and also sometimes I know I sound like I'm doing a voiceover, but trust me, I probably will never do a voiceover because I hate when sometimes people do voiceovers. So you're just going to go completely straight down, super easy, all the way down on the right side. So there you go. So you're going to take these bands, so we're going to go all the way down to the end, just going straight down the loop. And you'll end right here. And then you're going to go, if you want to also, when you're done, just start on the other side, take 2 bands of your edging color, and go straight across, okay? So just go straight down, across, down that one thing, and then we'll do our middle on the next part. So I'll be right back once I go all the way down my loom with my edging color. Okay, so I went down my entire loom. Okay, now we're gonna do the middle part. I'm gonna start with my jelly turquoise, and you're gonna take 2 rubber bands. Okay, so take 2 rubber bands of your first color and go side by side. And like I said, it's not best if you do checkered, because you can lose your place of where your bands will end up. You can try it if you want, but I wouldn't count it work too well. Then take your next color, which mine is just a plain turquoise, and you're going to go down just the 2 rows. And then go down with jelly turquoise again. And this creates the switching off pattern in the middle of our bracelet. So just go 2 bands, go straight down. Okay, so you're gonna turn the other way. You're gonna do this middle part all the way down to the end of your loom on both pin bars. And then we'll make the reversible purple stuff, which in my case would be blue, dark blue, ocean blue. So I'll be right back once I finish down my whole loom. Okay, well, I'm done with my middle row. And also, you might not see a change in the colors, really, because it's kind of farther away. So I guess it's kind of focused. And so I just did the entire loom. Now, arrows, again, facing away from you. And we're going to place whatever you want this purple part to be, like on this bracelet. So mine is going to be this ocean jelly blue, and you're just going to take single band, go from the edge across from the other edge. This is why we wanted our loom even, and plus the bracelet just wouldn't work. So just single across, and yes, you do put one here because you'll see why when we start looping. I'm just going to turn my loom around. This really only takes a minute, so I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, your pin bar might start to pop up a little bit, but it's okay. Just kind of hold down it with one hand and put it on with the other. Unless you have a really strong loom. Mine likes to come off of the blue pieces. I don't know what they're called. Now, you want to put one on all the pegs on this one, only because this one happens to be a capping band. Okay, we're going to start the looping process now. So after you put that jelly blue band right here at the end, so you should have your loom like this. Okay? So now turn your loom around to where your arrows are pointing towards you. And you're going to go down in this little peg right here. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera. Plus, I can't see what I'm doing sometimes. I'm looking in the camera. Pull back that capping band and grab the edges. Now, if you lose any bands, just grab it and rehook it, and it'll look exactly the same. So, you really just need to grab them, and they will be hooked as long as that band's on there. Like that, okay? Now let me zoom out a little so you can see this, what I'm going to do. Now, see this blue band right here that you just kind of looped it onto it? You're going to take it, pull it over the pin bars, and this is kind of your second, your doubled capping band. So we just kind of need to get that out of the way. So now you have like two cap bands really. And that would kind of be the start of your design. But pull back those rubber bands, move it forward. On all 4 pins, you always have to move all 4 pins before you do anything. Okay, so you're just going, and then, so once you loop all 4, and the edges and everything, you're going to take that blue band, and you're going to pull it over and release. That's what makes the cool design on the bracelet. So you're just going to pull back those rubber bands, and you always have to make sure you loop once on all 4 and not go ahead on some. It will ruin your bracelet. Take that blue band, pull it over. So just grab this. Sorry if I'm going a little faster, it's only because this is a super easy design. And plus I made this video 4 times. So just take this one and do it like that. So that is pretty much the whole thing that you will do down your whole entire loom. And I will be back when we get to this one because it's a little weird. So I'll be back after I finish this one, and I just lifted this band over. So I'll be right back after I loop my whole loom down. Lifting that blue band over, taking the edges in the middle and looping that forward. I also want to point out something to you after I do this, so you don't get scared. Take this blue band, pull it over. Okay, that's what you're going to do for the last one. You just loop them over and pull it over, okay? You're fine with that. If you might notice that some of your blue bands or whatever color you're using for the middle, they might be like kind of crooked and they're not even. One's more over than the other. They're just twisted. They seem like they're all messed up and everything. But don't worry, they're totally fine. It's just because if you use jelly and regular bands together, it just has like a little more hard time of stretching because it can't stretch that much, the regular bands. Whoops, sorry, I get the camera. So, yeah. Okay, so now we got to take this first part of our bracelet off. Do not put any C-clips on here because it's just a waste of time because you have to hook something else instead first. So, take your holding hook, go down on the right side edge off, put all those rubber, go down the pin and grab all those rubber bands. It'll start to pop off a little bit. Go down and grab all. Now be careful at the beginning and kind of hold down your loom, especially with that extra pin, and slowly push it up. Make sure no bands get caught, which in this bracelet, not really. It's only the middle has a little harder time coming off. Okay. Now, your bracelet might kind of look like this, and you're like, dude, I messed up. But no, you didn't. It's just a little stretched out from being on this big of a loom and turning out to be this small. So make sure you have two like loose bands down here, and you have your whole first part of your bracelet already made. So this is what it should look like. Sorry, this camera does not want to focus today. And you should have all these different kinds of colors of loops. Should have the side colors on each end and the middle colors. Okay? So we're going to make a whole another one of these because that won't fit on your wrist. So let's make another one of those. Now, I'm just going to kind of remind you a little bit. Sorry, excuse me. You're going to take 2 rubber bands of the side, go down each side, left and right, not the middle, and just take 2 rubber bands and go down each pin bar, straight down. And I'll be back after I do that, so just go all the way down to the end of your loom. Okay, so I just went down my entire loom. Right here, we're going to do the middle. Okay, now there's a certain pattern to this teal band right here. See how I first looped with teal bands in the middle? That's what we want to start with. So always check your thing, find where your capping band is, and this is teal, and then this is jelly blue. And I started with teal and ended with jelly blue. So we're gonna start with teal again. So at the end, we'll be attaching this blue piece to a teal. So your color combination keeps going. So I'm sorry. I always get this mixed up. Okay, so I keep forgetting since your ears are pointing away from you, you want to start with blue. Because when you made it, you started with blue and went down, and that's the color that you ended with. So start with jelly blue, so you'll end with a teal. I know I just explained so much, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute. 2 rubber bands, just keep making that exact same kind of color combination down your whole entire loom, and I just missed that pig. Okay, so just go do the middle row all the way down. Make sure you're pushing your bands down, and I'll be back once I get my 2 middle rows done. Okay, so I'm done with my whole middle row. And now we're going to place the darker blue bands or whatever color you're using. You're going to, still with your arrows pointing away from you, you're going to take a single band and go across. Remember, I'm just kind of reminding you. Dude, nothing's straight right now. Single bands, and you're going to go on, you're going to do one here still. You're not going to do one on the very bottom, so I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is what your loom should look like the second time. Do not put one here this time, okay? So we don't need a capping band. We're going to actually attach your second part of your bracelet. So when we took it off, we kind of came off like this, and we're like, oh, So we're going to attach it the same exact way. So always make sure that you're attaching your bracelet with the reversed side up. So jelly bands are always hard. So we ended with teal, and it would continue our pattern because we have jelly blue on our hook. So you're just going to grab all 4 of the loops that are first by the hook and place them on the edging peg. Oops, sorry, my camera. Then take the next 4, which should be the middle, and place them on there. Make sure they're all on there. Sorry, I move so much when I attach this thing. It's just kind of hard to show you guys. and I need 2 hands for it. Okay, well, I reattached it. I had a little bit of difficulties when I attached it. A band that came unloose. That should not happen to yours. So I'm just going to zoom in for you. Okay, so as you can see, my little blue band, it's not attached to here no more. I can't figure out if when that happens to do it, but I'm just going to keep going on. I don't really matter. So we're going to start looping now. You're going to go down all of those, and this is your capping band now, and you're going to pull those 2 top bands up and over. I'll just continue and pull back those bands, and then remember to pull the blue band when you're done. So go to each row, pull the bands up and over, and pull the blue band over. And you guys pretty much know what to do now, so I'm going to be right back and loop all the way to the end of my loom, so I'll be back. Okay guys, so I just took it off real fast out of the camera and put it on the hook so you can see. Sorry, I just ate a chocolate cookie. That's why I took it off. And as you see, my little mistake here. So, but that's okay. So, let's make our 3rd extension. So, let me show you that. How to do that extension. So, for your 3rd extension, you need 2 rubber bands for your side again. And I'm just going to go 5 down on each side. And this will not take me that long because, or 3, 4, or 5 times on each side, because I won't fast forward through this or anything because it's just really easy and fast. So you'll just go down to the desired length. If you think you only need to do 3 and then all of a sudden you need to do 2 more after, go ahead. Okay, and then we'll do your middle color. Now, since we've been starting by putting down blue first, with your still arrows pointing away from you, we're going to start with turquoise first, so we end up with blue. We end with turquoise, sorry. 2 bands. Make sure you're pushing your bands down. Sorry, this part's like a little boring, but I'm trying to go a little faster. Okay. Now your blue bands. Single, 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 and single. Now I'm just going to attach, now you can attach your bracelet to this end over here, but since you kind of already know how to attach it, and it's kind of hard with half the loom, I'm going to move it out of the way for a minute and attach it. Okay, so now you can just pull back those rubber bands on all of them once you have it attached. And then pull back that blue band. But now you're going to take our C-clip since we're done. If you need to add more extensions, go ahead. You're just going to loop. I just like to hook just the side, and that one came off a little bit. Just hook the sides first, and then we'll hook the middle, but I have kind of a way to make it a little easier. So once you get the sides and they're off their pegs, you're going to take all the rubber bands that are on there of that color. You're going to pull it out to where the side ones used to be. Now you can just hook it like that. Then hook it like this. and go ahead and take it off. Okay, I totally just made a mistake. You're supposed to have this on top, and I think I left it on the bottom. I put it face down, so it's a little messed up. But you know what? I don't care, really. This is my fifth time redoing it, so I really just don't want to deal with it. So, who cares? I can undo that whole part if I wanted to. It will not be wrong if you make it, though, so don't worry about it. Sorry, this loop came off. I'm going to put it back on. So then you'll just take all your hooks, your C-clips separately, and go down there. So there's your bracelet. Your bracelet should look like this, in any colors that you did, not like this. Then when you flip it inside out, this is what you get. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial on how to make the Sailor's Pinstripe bracelet by Justin's Toys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!